experimenting today. As I was experimenting today, I realized, the things that I was doing, kind of like I mentioned before, the things that I was doing were getting easier and easier. And so I had to step it up. I had to step up the type of actions that I was doing. And then I realized that as things were getting easier, that the thing that I really wanted, my actual goal, is not to not be afraid to do the thing that I want to do, but to be able to manage fear in whatever form it comes. I got a little taste of that again, and I'm using the rubber bands. So here's what happened today. I stepped it up. I stepped up the my quota and the type of actions that I was taking, and I realized that I was back at square one without even noticing. When I first started, I was using some sort of technique with these rubber bands, which I don't know if I explained or not, but I was trying to get myself into a state of mind. And I realized that the week before and these last few days, I was just doing the action, but I had completely forgotten about the original goal, which was to practice having that state of mind, which these rubber bands I have here that they'll remind me of. I wasn't even using the rubber bands anymore, I was just doing the thing naturally. And so, it was like I was back at square one and I didn't even notice myself going back, but the reason why that happened is because I paid so much attention to accomplishing the action that I had forgotten about the internal work that I was supposed to be doing. I was just wanting to get things, I was just wanting to get things done quickly, that I developed a fast way to do it. I developed a shortcut mentality, and I forgot about the original mentality that I was originally seeking to use for those actions. And so, as I stepped up, I was reminded of what I was supposed to be doing. I was reminded of that mentality, of that attitude. That's my actual goal, to be able to have that attitude, to be able to have that perspective as part of me. And that's something that I still haven't done. And because I stepped it up without, and it was the first time I stepped it up, so I wasn't able to meet the quota, I wasn't able to accomplish the action, especially because I got something to do tonight, and so that's kind of a distractive element. Because of that distraction, I allowed myself to not be done with it, or else I would have spent the rest of the 5 hours trying to get into that state of mind, trying to adopt that state of mind. That's why, if you have a clean schedule, then you have no distractions, then you have nothing scheduled, and so I could focus completely on doing this one thing. But yeah, have to step things up. It's gonna become maybe as difficult as it was the first time, as damaging. I think everything starts off like that, but then you kind of figure out a way to work around it so that things don't cause as much damage. But the point is that what I want to practice is the attitude, not the action itself. And so I have to consistently do things that I fear in order so I can be exposed to the fear, so I could learn how to handle it, so I could learn how to manage it, and so I could learn how to manipulate it, work with it. If I learn how to do that, if I learn how to work with fear, then that'll mean that basically whatever I fear, I will learn how to work with it. And if you want to redefine that, if you redefine how you work with fear, basically you won't be afraid of anything. I won't be afraid of anything. And that's my ultimate goal. But I won't be afraid of anything not because it doesn't get to me, but because I allow it. I allow the fear to flow through me. And I felt that today, and it feels beautiful, like when you don't resist an emotion, you just let it go through you. It feels like different worlds. It feels like different lives. It feels like you have a completely different identity. And as I was feeling it, I was having tears in my eyes. it felt like I kind of got the impression that I was trying to make fear fall in love with me. I was trying to fall in love with fear. I was trying to fix my relationship with fear so that I no longer avoid it or reject it, but I accept it. It's like courting. I'm playing courting games with fear because the only thing to fear is fear itself. And once you manage to court fear and have that happy relationship, that happy marriage with fear, then there's really nothing else to fear.